This is the story the monarchy never wanted you to hear. A modern royal scandal sealed shut behind a false wall inside a palace and discovered by the future King of England. Music. Prince William wasn't just not supposed to be there that day. He was there because the decades of royal silence had finally become too deafening to ignore. When he finally stepped inside Prince Andrew's secret, hidden garage at Royal Lodge, what he uncovered didn't just shock everyone. It became a seismic event that instantly changed the line of succession's relationship with the crown's darkest secrets. Sealed crates, meticulously hidden ledgers, forgotten emails, foreign transaction records, and a trove of photos that were never, ever meant to see the light of day were all there, a vault of buried scandal deep beneath the tranquil facade of Windsor Great Park. This was no longer just a crown estate property. It was a museum of unchecked royal privilege and financial malfeasance. The question was not what Andrew was hiding, but rather why now was the door finally being opened? Stay tuned, because this single discovery changes absolutely everything the British monarchy tried to keep quiet. On October 27, 2025, just past 10:30 a.m., the atmosphere was deceptively polite as Prince William, heir to the throne, stepped through the ivy-framed gates of Royal Lodge. His arrival was neither a public announcement nor a cordial visit expected by the Duke of York, but a calculated show of force. William was accompanied by two Crown Estate inspectors, a solicitor from the powerful Privy Council office, and a senior royal aide, a legal and constitutional posse there under the pretense of a quarterly lease compliance audit. Unofficially, this meticulous review was fueled by the mounting pressure and frustration emanating from King Charles III and the Cabinet Committee for Constitutional Affairs. The ceaseless, unresolved rumors surrounding Prince Andrew's financial entanglements and his obstinate refusal to vacate the Crown Estate property had escalated from whispered gossip to closed-door discussions in Parliament, and William's presence signaled that this was far beyond a simple inspection. It was the final, non-negotiable warning. Royal Lodge, once the favored residence of the Queen Mother and leased to Andrew since 2004 for a reported lump sum payment of £1 million, boasted over 30 rooms, a private chapel, and lawns that rivaled the finest stately homes in the country. But by 2023, the estate had been publicly vilified as a gilded monument to unchecked royal privilege, with maintenance costs soaring past £400,000 per year and persistent, unverified reports suggesting the Duke was years behind on essential payments. Despite multiple requests from the king to downsize and relocate to the smaller Frogmore cottage, Andrew flatly refused, pushing tensions with his brother, King Charles, past the breaking point, and now it was William's turn to apply the pressure. The initial review of the residence was polite, clinical, and uneventful. Inspectors catalogued items in the drawing room, the conservatory, and the main hallway, finding everything in official order until they reached a seldom-used side corridor near the private media room. One inspector's observation was the first critical clue. The wall dimensions in that area did not align with the official floor plans filed 2 decades earlier in 2005. A specific segment of the wall was approximately 30 centimeters thicker than expected. Upon closer inspection, a faint, almost invisible seam traced the wallpaper's floral pattern, leading their eyes to a perfectly concealed door, partially hidden behind a heavy, antique bookcase, the kind of secret passage one reads about in fiction. With Prince William now visibly alerted, his arms folded and his face set, an official retrieved a small toolkit and carefully released the internal latch. The door creaked open, revealing a narrow, unlit, and airless passage, extending nearly 11 meters into the heart of the property. Its paneled walls were untouched by light, and a faint, cloying metallic scent, perhaps oil or rust, lingered in the stale air. At its end stood a sealed, imposing garage-style door that was curiously inaccessible from the outside of the building. By this point, William had retreated slightly, his expression unreadable to his team, and a request was immediately dispatched to Crown Property Enforcement, citing the shocking discovery of an unregistered space on Crown land. Royal protocol dictated that any unlisted room, especially one that was sealed and secured, required immediate legal clearance to open, and it was clear to everyone present, especially the heir to the throne who had just found it, that whatever lay behind that formidable door had been hidden for years. Less than 45 minutes after William's team uncovered the hidden passageway, the legal clearance was granted, and as the corridor was secured and photographed, the entire tone of the day shifted from an audit to a quiet emergency, no longer about lease terms, but about secrets sealed in silence. By 11:58 a.m., the team was ready to unseal the garage and expose what had been locked away for over a decade. A secret garage was finally revealed. With the lock removed, the massive, rusted door groaned open for the first time in what was later estimated to be at least 15 years, the resistant hinges giving way under applied force. The air that escaped was thick, stale, and tinged with the unmistakable scent of aged paper and heavy machinery, and the garage itself, measuring approximately 9 by 12 meters, was windowless and pitch black, illuminated only by the dim, searching glow of inspection torches where dust particles danced like ghosts in the beams. It was immediately and disturbingly clear. This was not just storage, this was professional-grade preservation, a room prepared, sealed, and then intentionally hidden. 3 large crates dominated the far corner, padlocked and tagged with faded, cryptic labels: Alpha 07, Redwood 6, and GH221B. Along the adjacent wall stood a bolted steel cabinet, which, when forced open, revealed a thin plywood false back panel, clearly designed to deceive, and behind it lay a secret compartment lined with fabric. Inside were tightly bundled envelopes, 3 external hard drives wrapped in black cloth, and several heavy, leather-bound ledgers dating back to 2006, watermarked with faint initials, CPF and KA, none belonging to any known staff at Royal Lodge or the Crown Estate. Prince William remained near the threshold, a tight-lipped, silent observer, and multiple witnesses confirmed his expression was fixed and unmoving. Investigators immediately cross-referenced the names noted in the ledgers against lists from Andrew's diplomatic missions in Central Asia and the Middle East between 2008 and 2013, with several entries matching names previously seen in media speculation about the Duke's business contacts in Kazakhstan and Dubai. Investigators instantly invoked chain of custody procedures, and by 1:15 p.m., every single item in the garage was photographed, labeled, and secured in tamper-proof evidence containers, and the room itself was declared a restricted access site under an emergency Crown security protocol. Alongside the crates and documents were several pieces of covered furniture, ornate chairs, a desk, and what appeared to be a dismantled filing system, none of which were registered in previous audits of the property. The most alarming find was in a small side table drawer, an envelope marked Private NYC, February 2011. Its contents were immediately sealed, but the title raised instant alarm because that date aligned precisely with a reported meeting between Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein, a meeting the Duke had previously claimed had not occurred.